to the 30-minute core flow. Today we're going to work on strengthening and toning the core muscles. So whenever you feel ready, you can meet me on your mat. So from here, we are going to start lowering down onto our backs. The sole of our feet first are going to get together. We're going to move our knees towards each side of our mat. And gently we're going to bring our back towards the floor. From here you can decide to have one hand on the heart center and the other one on the belly. Close your eyes. And start with deep inhales and long exhales. Inhales and exhale through the nose. Notice that if Supta Baddha Konasana pose is making your thighs feeling very tense, you can also choose to place blocks behind each side of your thighs. Back into our breath. Start raising awareness to your body. Feeling the back of your shoulders onto your mat. Check with your body if there is any point of tension, any sore muscle. At each inhale, feel your rib cage expanding. Each exhale, feel your rib cage getting narrower. Three more breaths. Maybe try to contract the core at each exhale. Starting to prepare your core muscles. Gently open your eyes. Start helping your knees by putting them back up. Give yourself a little hug. Whenever you feel ready, you can start placing your hands behind your thighs. And you can start balancing yourself forward. And you don't have to be up on the first try. Maybe it takes 2 or 3 attempts. But when you feel balanced, you can start placing yourself with either your knee flexed or legs extended, arms reaching forward, chest opening into Navasana. So in Navasana, one of the keys is to really have your chest opening towards the front of your mat. So if you feel the extension of your legs is closing you down, you can feel free to really bend your knees even further. From here, inhale, start lowering the legs, lowering the back towards the floor. Exhale, bringing yourself back up. Inhale. Exhale, bring yourself back up. One last time. Inhale. Exhale, bring yourself back up. Gently cross your shins, rolling forward to your mat, and we're going to meet into all fours. From all four position, feel grounded onto your hands and grounded onto your knees. Your tabletop position, it should feel like you have a stable, straight spine. From here, we're going to start placing the back of our hands, onto our mat for a few stretches of our wrists. And we're going to start balancing ourselves forward and back. And maybe here you can accompany it with some cat-cows movement to also waken up your spine. So inhale, tailbone is tucking, no sorry, tailbone is lifting towards the sky, chest is raising forward and also chin maybe tiny bit up. Exhale, chin to chest, back is rounding, tailbone is tucking. Inhale, tailbone is rising, back, spine, sorry, is extending, and we're also lifting our chest. Exhale, chin to chest, tuck the tailbone. One more time, inhale, and tuck the tailbone, lift your chest. Exhale, chin to chest, round the back and tuck the tailbone. From here, we're going to place our hands so that our fingers are each facing each side of the mat. So our wrists are facing each other. And we can balance ourselves from left to right gently. Our spine is neutral. And same thing, but this time our fingers are facing each other, our wrists are in opposite sides, and this time we can bend our elbows a bit so that our chest is getting closer to the floor. From here, we're back to a neutral tabletop. Feel grounded onto your left hand and onto your right knee. Whenever you feel balanced and grounded, shoulders above the wrists, you can start extending your right arm forward and extending your left leg back. Inhale, slightly gaze forward, your hips are squared. Exhale, bend your knee, bend your elbows, and they're both meeting onto your chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend the elbow and bend the knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend the elbow, bend the knee, they are meeting, and this time we are going to try to keep this position but hover our right knee off the mat. Feel grounded onto your left hand, untuck the toes from your right foot and gently lift your knee up. Inhale, exhale, gently bring your knee back towards the floor. Bring your right hand onto your mat, your left knee onto your mat. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. From here, extend your left arm forward. Feel yourself grounded from your right arm and your left knee. Extend your right leg. Inhale, extend, look forward. Exhale, bend your knee, bend your elbow. They are meeting below your chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend your knee, bend your elbow below your chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend your knee and your elbow. Same thing here. Untuck your left toes. Maybe reposition yourself just like I did so that your shoulders are above your wrists from your right side. And whenever you feel ready, start trying to hover your left knee off the floor. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back down. Bring your left hand and your right knee back onto the floor. From here, we're going to also hover our knees, but this time both at the same time. Feel grounded again. Your shoulders are above your wrists. Here, untuck your toes from each of your feet, and whenever you feel ready, start gently hovering your knees above the floor. So the hovering is not very high. It is really just a few inches above the floor. Feel yourself grounding. Protract the shoulders a little bit to create more space between your chest and the floor. From here, inhale, bring your left knee behind your left tricep. And exhale, bring it back. Same thing on the right side, right knee, right tricep, and bring it back. And we're going to do this 2 more times. Inhale, and bring it back. Inhale, and bring it back. Inhale, bring it back. Inhale, bring it back. Maybe let's do it 2 more times. Inhale, and bring it back. Inhale, bring it back. Inhale, bring it back. And inhale, bring it back from here. Extend your legs, lift your hips towards the sky, and we're meeting into a downward facing dog. So you should start feeling your core. Catch your breath in down dog. Feel your hips raising towards the sky. From here in down dog, we're going to start our Surya Namaskar A, sun salutations. I really do like to jump during my Surya Namaskar. You do not have to jump as well, but if you decide to do so, try to do it smoothly. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, float or step forward. Fit our hips distance. Inhale, spine is straight, look forward. Exhale, fold forward. Crown of the head toward the floor. Inhale, rise up, lift your arms towards the sky. Exhale, arms in prayer in front of the heart center. Contract the core. Inhale, arms towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Spine is long. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump back. We are now in high plank. Inhale, inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower down. Inhale, shift forward, chest forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. We're going to do this again 2 more times. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, jump or step forward. Inhale, hands either on the mat or on your shins. The spine is straight. Look forward. Exhale, fold forward, belly to thigh. You can bend your knees here if you want. Inhale, rise up, arms towards the sky. Exhale, arms in prayer in front of the heart center. Contract the core. Inhale, arms back towards the sky. Gaze is following towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Crown of the head toward the floor. Inhale, look forward, same thing here, spine is straight. Exhale, ground the hand, step, jump, however you want to get into your high plank pose. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down, elbows are close to your ribs, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, chest towards the front of your mat, open your chest, bring your shoulder blades back, upward facing dog. Exhale, chin to chest. Hips are lifting, downward facing dog. And we're going to do this 1 more time. Movements are following the breath. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, float. Inhale, look forward, spine is straight. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, arms towards the sky, gaze follows. Exhale, contract the core, hands in prayer in front of the heart center. Inhale, arms towards the sky. Gaze follows. Exhale, fold forward. Crown of the head towards the floor. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, float into our high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, chest opens. Shoulder blades are getting closer to each other. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Catch your breath in down dog. One more breath. From here, inhale, lift your right leg towards the sky. Exhale, start shifting forward and bring your right knee behind your right tricep. And now we're going to form a U shape. Right knee is now behind the right tricep. Right knee lower down behind the right wrist. Then behind left wrist. Then behind left tricep. And we're going to do this round 2 more times. Behind the right tricep. Right wrist, left wrist, left tricep. Right tricep, right wrist, left wrist, left tricep. From here, rotate your left foot so that the toes are facing the left side of your mat. You are now lifting your left arm towards the sky, and you're now into a side plank Vashisthasana variation. Stay strong in your side plank. From here, grab the outer edge of your right foot with your left hand. Extend your right leg. And then land your leg on the floor. We are moving into a fallen star. From here, start gently bringing your hips back down. And then your left arm is grazing the floor, landing behind your left foot and then behind your hips, And from there, we lift our hips back up, fallen star from the left side. Same thing with the right hand. Your right arm is grazing the floor and your right hand is landing behind your ribs. Fallen star. Same thing on the left. One more time. Fallen star, bring your chest and hips towards the sky. And same thing on the right side. From here, however, your right hand is not going to be behind your hips, but it's going to be back onto your mat, on the top of your mat. Lift your hips back up. From there, grab the outer edge of your right foot with your left hand. Bend your right knee. Your left toes are now facing forward onto the mat. And land your right foot outside of your right hand. We're now going for a lizard lunge. Balance yourself forward and back into your lizard lunge. From here, bring the sole of your left foot in a 90-degree angle from the mat. Your heel-to-heel alignment. From there, open the left arm, extend your right leg, and we're now into a triangle pose. So the key in triangle pose here is that we really want to have our chest opening towards the left side of our mat. So you don't necessarily need to bring your hand down if this is closing you up. Really remember to have your chest facing the left side. From there, we're going to start hovering a little bit more with our right hand. Bring our hands parallel to each other. And hold. Your core is going to help you hold. Bring your left hip back. And from there, bend your right knee. And we're now opening into a warrior two. Gaze in front of your right hand. From here, reverse your warrior. Shift the palm of your right hand towards the sky and bring it above your right ear. Your left arm is on your left leg. The position of your leg is not changing. Gaze towards your right palm of your hand. From there, exhale, we're going to bring our right elbow towards our right knee. Our left arm is rotating from the floor towards the sky. Woo. And we're gazing onto our left palm. So here, in this elbow variation, we are not sinking onto our elbow or onto our thighs. So if I take out my elbow, my position is not changing. So it is really pushing you up. Your core is really helping you doing so. From there, bring yourself back into warrior two. Extend forward. You're going to make yourself lighter onto your left leg. Your toes can start pointing forward and gently bring your right fingertips on the floor. Open your left hip into a half moon. From there, you can start bending your left knee. Start rotating your left hip forward in front of your mat, so that at some point you also bend your right knee and you are now landing with your hips facing forward. Your toes are facing each side of your mat. Your heels are inwards. And hands in prayer in front of your chest. We are now in Malasana. So we're going to start now with our first crow play. So if you're not used to crow, if you never did crow, I strongly advise you to start balancing back and forth. So how I learned crow was mostly to over bending my elbows at the beginning and start seeing when I put my knees really behind my triceps, if my triceps are juggling around like this, or if they're feeling stable. And I started putting myself back and forth. And at some point, maybe I started lifting one foot after the other. But maybe if it's your first crow today, start seeing first how it feels to kind of move back and forth with your tiptoes staying on the mat. If you are more experienced with crow, then you can start meeting me into crow pose. So your hands are grounded onto your mat. You can even start grabbing your mat from your fingertips. Your knees are really behind your tricep. I really like to put them on my armpits because I feel really more stable this way. Start bending your elbows, shift your weight forward. Whenever you feel ready, you can start lifting your feet. From there, start trying to extend your arms, maybe seeing where this leads you. And whenever you feel ready, push from the core, push from the arm, and try either landing your feet down or in chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Chest forward. Exhale, hips towards the sky, downward facing dog. Reset the breath. From here, same thing on the left side. Inhale, left leg rises towards the sky. Exhale, shift forward, bring the left knee behind the left tricep. And we're going to do the same U shape as we just did on the right side. Left knee behind left wrist, behind the right wrist, and behind the right tricep. Inhale, exhale, left wrist, right wrist, right tricep, left tricep. Inhale, left wrist, right tricep, hold. From here, rotate your right foot so that your heel is landing onto your mat. Your toes of your right foot are facing towards the right side of your mat. Extend your right arm towards the sky. Your left knee remains bent. Your right leg is extended. From here, grab onto the outer edge of your foot from your right hand. Left foot from the right hand. Extend, 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 and then land your leg. Fallen star, hips and chest towards the sky. Exhale, gently lower down your hips. So here we're going to do the same sweep up to fallen star. So right hand is grazing towards the floor, grazing towards the right foot, and then fallen star on the right side. And then same thing, left arm, left hand are sweeping up towards the left, behind the hips, fallen star. Same thing on the right side, fallen star, and same thing on the left. Fallen star, hips and chest towards the sky. From here, hold. Try to bring your hips more aligned and to the same alignment as your hand. Shoulder above wrist. From there, hover the leg. Grab the outer edge of your left foot with your right hand. Bend the knee. Your right toes are now onto your mat. Whew. Bend the knee and land the foot on the outer edge, the left side of your mat. And from there, we're going back into our lizard, back and forth. Catch up with your breath. From here, check your alignment. Maybe you need to move your right tippy toes and your right foot more towards the left side of your mat. Start rotating and shifting your right toes towards the right side of your mat, just like we did in side plank. Whenever you feel ready, extend your left leg and right arm towards the sky. Triangle pose. Maybe gaze follows. You do not have to follow if you feel pain in your neck. From there, really start to open your chest even more towards the left side, and even your chest can start opening towards the sky. Hover the left hand and see if you can parallel your arm while shifting forward. Your core is making you stable here. 2 more breaths. Open your arm, bend your front knee, gaze forward. Arms opening on each side, same distance and same height as your shoulder. Warrior 2. Inhale, palm is facing up, reverse your warrior. Chest is opening. Gaze follows the left hand. Right hand is on your right leg. Position of your leg is still not changing. Exhale, bring your hand forward, elbow to knee, left elbow, left knee. Rotate your right arm from the floor, and then right palm is facing the floor, it's above your right ear. Gaze follow the right palm. And same thing here. You can see that my elbow is not defining how I am stabilizing myself in this position, so my core is really helping me being stable. I can move my elbow, nothing is going to change. I know we're holding a lot in this flow. Back to warrior 2. Extend, extend, extend. Start rotating your toes, maybe into a high lunge position. And then your left hand is reaching for the floor. Lift your right leg. Open your right hip. And you're meeting me into half moon. Find your alignment in half moon. From there, bend your right knee and start bringing your hips facing the front of your mat. You can start bending your left knee. Your right foot is arriving on the side of the mat. The toes are facing outwards. The heels are facing inwards. Hands in prayer, sit straight. Malasana. So same thing here. We're also going to play with our crow. So if you feel, if you're still, learning from your crow and you really want to start challenging yourself, and into the first round you were just balancing forward and back, you can maybe see here when you balance forward if you can lift up a toe and see if your arm is still feeling stable, so if your tricep is really still holding your knee or if it starts wiggling around. And then doing the same on the left side. And if you are really experienced, with your crow, you can really start either doing an exercise that I really love doing with my crows, which consists into protracting my shoulders even more to start feeling myself more elevated, and start extending my arms. I wanted to shift to a crane position. We're not going into crane today, that will be going way too far. So from here into your crow. So if you have experience with crow, get into your normal crow pose. Whenever you start feeling stable, start protracting your shoulders even more. So you should feel that your chest is somehow reaching a bit away from the floor. And maybe you still need to balance it out. It's all right. And maybe try to bring your chest a bit away from your knees. And whenever you feel too exhausted, you can either put your feet back down or jump back to Chaturanga again. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Catch your breath. If you want, you can already decide to lie in child's pose. Otherwise, we're going to stay 3 more breaths in down dog. From here, bend your knees and start bringing your knees onto the floor. From there, first restorative pose. We're bringing our legs forward. So hip forward fold is not in your practice. You can take a strap or a towel, for example, and if you don't want to hurt yourself and hurt your hamstrings, you can grab onto the strap and then try to bring your chest gently forward. If you are comfortable with forward fold, try to grab onto your feet, the outer edge of each feet, and gently, gently, without forcing, try to bring your belly towards your thighs, and then maybe your chest, and then relax the crown of your head. So take it easy. This is a restorative pose. It's a counteraction from your core. Lengthen your breath. Relax your muscles. From here, gently let go of your feet or your strap. Bring gently your hands back to next to your hips. You're going to start bending your knees, and we're going to, similar to Supta Baddha Konasana at the beginning of the class, we are bringing our knees on each outer edge of the mat. The sole of our feet is getting together. But this time we are doing this seated. So hold on to your feet. And maybe if you want, because we worked a bit on the inner hips as well, you can gently put your elbows on your thighs, but really take it gently. Whenever you feel ready, help your knees back up. And if you want, you can take a Savasana. But in the meantime, I wanted to thank you so much for joining my class. Don't hesitate if you have any feedback. And I really hope you enjoyed this flow. Namaste.